Convention Against Corruption, and when did Pakistan ratify it?
United Nations Convention Against Corruption. It was the outcome of an idea which was originally proposed in the National Assembly session in 2000 through resolution number 56/61 and 55/61, where it was realized that the nation state required to adopt a formula through which the corruption activities are to be stopped. With the same in background, in the year 2000, the United Nations National General Assembly passed this resolution to constitute and to formalize the convention, and it was adopted by Pakistan in the same year. So Pakistan is one of the initial countries who have signed this document. But subsequently, the government of Pakistan ratified this convention in 2007.
So what are the benefits of joining UNCAC for Pakistan?
The basic purpose of this convention was the international cooperation in the area of drive against corruption. How to fight corruption? Because corruption have no boundaries. It occurs in every part of the world. A person making corruption in one country is transferring this money to other countries where the safe havens are existing. So in order to control the menace of corruption, a single state cannot control it. There was a requirement that the nation states should cooperate with each other and should learn from the experience of each other. That is why this resolution was presented, and it was adopted and approved, and Pakistan became a member of this country with the other nation state members.
So coming to the role of NAB, what is the role of National Accountability Bureau NAB in country compliance of Pakistan on UNCAC?
When Pakistan was adopting this convention, it was mentioned that the National Accountability Bureau will be the central authority for the purpose of implementation of the convention. So since then, NAB is the central authority. It is the focal agency for the government of Pakistan to interact with the international community through the UNODC, which is the sponsoring agency of the UN. So that is how this NAB has become a major player in this area. But it is not only the NAB, we have some other stakeholders, the ministries, divisions, departments, which are also part of this process, and the review cycle was completed in the presence and with the assistance of all stakeholders.
How has UNCAC helped Pakistan improve processes of accountability?
Definitely, while we sign any document pertaining to the UN, it has its compulsion for the governments. For every state member, they are under the binding situation that they will have to obey. And for this UNCAC, there is a requirement that in all the way, the UN authorities through the UNODC will monitor the implementation of this convention. So by monitoring the outcome or the implementation of this convention, there is a clear-cut guideline for every state, and Pakistan is among them, that they will have to look after the interest of their country, and they will have to cooperate and implement the conditions of the UNCAC.
Right. Now, coming to the progress made on this, what is the country review process basically of UNCAC, number one, and what has been the period for first cycle of country review of chapter 2 and chapter 5 of UNCAC?
The first cycle period was started from 2010 to 15, and for Pakistan it started in the year 2012, that is the third year of the cycle. And since 2012 to 2015, the initial work was already completed. The basic draft and the basic information were provided to the reviewers, that is the Solomon Island and the Norway. These were the two countries who were reviewing Pakistan. So after provision of such documents and information, they prepared their draft report in the year 2016. And after sending this report to Pakistan, it was reviewed by the stakeholders, and the observations and the weak areas which they highlighted in their report were responded through the queries and finally they agreed that so maximum the implementation status is okay, so therefore they forward us with their final report in March 2017, which is now pending for approval of the cabinet and of the government of Pakistan.
I think you already answered my next question, which was who conducted the review of compliance of Pakistan on UNCAC. So I think it was the Solomon Island and
Yes, it was. These were the two countries.
and Denmark,
Yes.
as you mentioned. So moving on to the next question. Pakistan conducted compliance of UNCAC of some countries also. Can you please elaborate which countries were there?
Pakistan basically was a partner in the conduct of the countries which were Kazakhstan along with the Qatar and Kyrgyz Republic along with Indonesia. So these were the two countries which were reviewed by Pakistan, and the Pakistani experts who are from the NAB, they have completed their task and forwarded the report to the UNODC for final assessment and review by the concerned governments. So they have done their job, now it is okay. So nothing is pending with Pakistan for reviewing as a reviewer of the two countries.
Coming to the last question, sir, what is the role that you foresee civil society organizations such as PILDAT playing in review of compliance under UNCAC?
Definitely in every part of the life, in the modern world, the civil societies are playing a very important role. Unfortunately, in this area of the UNCAC, there is still a debate whether they should be given any role or not. So the member states are considering it, and it will again be a point of discussion in the forthcoming discussion of the head of the convention, the organization of the convention, and definitely they will decide about the involvement of the civil society organization with regard to the UNCAC matters. But still there are some international and national organizations who are participating as observers in the convention. But a formal role is yet to be given to the society. But definitely in Pakistan, since the civil society organization are getting some power from the society, and definitely they will play a very important role while analyzing and assessing the implementation status of the UNCAC.
Do you see any specific role that PILDAT can play?
Yes, in Pakistan, PILDAT has a very important role in the area of the democracy, in the area of government functioning, in the area of assessing the performance of the state institutions. So in that way, it can assess the implementation system, and it can also provide opportunity to the state or to the stakeholders for doing a serious business with regard to the implementation of the UNCAC conditions.
Very briefly, sir, towards the end, would you like to highlight any other point that you think we would have missed out in our list of questions?
Of course, there is a requirement that in order to implement or in order to obey the UN Convention or the international obligation, there is a requirement on the part of the state institutions that they should give due role, due consideration for analyzing, assessing and responding, and to implement these all things, so that Pakistan should become a pride nation in the world community for the betterment of the masses of this country.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.